Do you need to be a philosopher to be happy? It's a weird question, and I'm assuming most of us would guess the answer is no, because we all know people who are perfectly happy, but yet aren't professional philosophers. So we might be surprised to find out that there was one genius thinker in history, St. Augustine of Hippo, who actually thought the answer was yes. Everyone needs to be a philosopher if they're ever going to be happy. Now, in order to understand why Augustine might have said this seemingly very unusual thing, we have to break down what happiness is for Augustine, and also what it means to be a philosopher. Now, we might think of happiness today as pleasure, right? I really enjoy biting into a good cheeseburger. So when I bite into that cheeseburger, that's happiness. But for Augustine, happiness is actually a lot more than that. Happiness is not just a cheeseburger. Happiness is about living your life in accordance with the objective good. There is, for Augustine, such a thing as objective good, and there's objective standards of right and wrong. And when you live your life according to those standards of right and wrong, it's not just that will make you happy, but that is just what it means to be happy, living a good, moral, fulfilling life. So, you ask, how do we live a good, moral, fulfilling life? Now, I'm not going to get too far into that question here, but I do want to point out that if we want to live our lives in accordance with an objective good, we have to know what that objective good is. And here's where philosophy comes in. Because what is philosophy other than the love of wisdom? You know, philosophy comes from two Greek words, one that means love and the other one that means wisdom. So philosophy is the love of wisdom, and a philosopher is a lover of wisdom, someone who seeks after wisdom. So, what is wisdom? What is it that philosophers seek after? Well, Augustine says that wisdom is knowledge of the ultimate good. And here we arrive at a really interesting conclusion. If philosophy is the love of wisdom, and wisdom is knowledge of the ultimate good, and knowledge of the ultimate good is what you need to be happy, then it seems like you need philosophy to be happy. You need to seek after wisdom if you ever want to be happy. Now, obviously, this doesn't mean that all of us are called to be professional philosophers. Some of us are. But this does mean that all of us are called to do some kind of philosophizing in our life. We're called to seek after wisdom, because if we find wisdom, then we can live our lives in accordance with that wisdom, and we can be happy. And who doesn't want to be happy? So if you want to start practicing philosophy now, I recommend you try subscribing to my YouTube channel to keep informed on the different philosophy videos I come out with. Thank you, and God bless.